Mr. Abdullah, you don't even train. I don't know why you have the manhood to speak. Please show something on your channel first. Don't just type. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Appreciate it. No karate. No. Karate is a different method. Uh, you're not even a white belt, my friend. You are a zero. Who's gonna get KO'd? You? Please don't give your insecurities. Don't project them, my friend. Train up your body. Train up your body. I want to see your progression actually when I go to your channel. Everybody just types nowadays. Nobody does anything. Yeah, again, I'm not here to entertain parasites. If you have some issues, my friend, seek therapy. I'm not a therapist. I can't walk you through this. Very sorry. My knuckles are fine. I don't need to punch the stone. Maybe you need to do some knuckle push-ups, my friend. Do some knuckle push-ups and then punch the wooden dummy before you can talk to me about punching a rock. I don't subject myself to any martial art. I like many different arts. Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. Bro's not even hitting it. He's floppy. My friend, you have never even hit anything harder than wood. If you've even hit bamboo. This is a granite stone. Try this. Actually, don't. You'll break your hand. Anyway, go to TikTok. You'll be more entertained there. And you can get off with your parasitic activity more. Which one do you train? I train boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, Kung Fu, Sambo, Jeet Kune Do. But I am not subject to one. And for the fact that somebody says this is sloppy, they have never even hit a granite stone. So how can they tell me it's sloppy? I'm not trying to be rigid. Okay, this is rigid. This is a different method. This will get you injuries. So please understand. I love when people feel inadequate and they have to express their disdain on this live, and I'm not even talking yet. Don't find the stone. You're not ready for the stone. Somebody already tried to do that. They came back. They said they got injuries. Please start with your own level, guys. I already have the video for you to start iron palm training if you want to. Check out my playlist on my channel. More GMOs. Every day there's GMO ugly mushrooms sprouting up. By the way, I have to say rocket oil used for making our food function harder. Or this is really worse. I have no idea what you said, Sam. I have no idea. You have to make yourself grammatically correct, you know, so people can understand what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. But I can tell you this level is not necessary. There's even a level above this. I have tried jiu-jitsu and wrestling, yes. That's why I say when people tell me go to a gym, I laugh. I already know what it's like. Personally, I like Sambo more. That's funny. That's a little kid talking to me. My friend, this is an 18 plus stream. Cotton bag. Yeah, you get a cotton bag and you start there. Start training. And with that level, do it every day for 100 days. That's the foundation. Just because no pro MMA fighter does it doesn't mean it's not a real technique. There's a pro boxer who does it. Kudos on the ignorance, my friend. Astounding. Just amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. Any comments, any questions, I always answer. Just show some love. Like the video, show some support. It's all free content. Where can I acquire such a stone? Please don't start on the stone. Don't ever start on the stone. You're gonna break your hand. What the hammer fist is for? You've done several martial arts. You've never encountered that? That's interesting. The hammer fist you can use from the bottom, of course, but you can also use it standing. Okay, especially on the top of the forehead. That's what an axe kick is for. When you throw an axe kick, your heel lands on the crown of the head. But if your forearm your hammer fist is conditioned, the side of the hand, you can also strike the temple. Many different Many different techniques. Many different techniques. But again, if this is not conditioned and you try to throw that bare knuckle especially, you're going to at least fracture the side of your hand. How to get a strong leg tibia fibula. I don't know what kind of training you do. If you just started, then you kick heavy bags, run, and kick pads. That's the beginning. After that, there's other levels. Yeah, it can be fun because that's why people make fun of it, but there's a thing called a spinning hammer fist. But again, people need the momentum of the spin to try to get power. If you already have internal power and your hand is conditioned, you don't need any kind of spin. Karate, Muay Thai, kickboxing, Taekwondo, that's pretty good. This is not effective at all. Well, says the person who doesn't train. My friend, I can tell that you don't even, you don't do anything. Hammer fist works with Kung Fu. It works with even, people don't even understand where Muay Thai comes from. Muay Thai comes from Muay Baran. Muay Baran has hammer fists. Muay Chaya has hammer fists. Okay, blocking. Even if your back fist is conditioned, you strike with the back fist and you continue with the hammer fist. Back fist, hammer fist. People don't even know what's going on. The chat, the majority of the chat can't even withstand no knuckle push-ups. Or decline knuckle push-ups at that. If you want to know more about Iron Palm, check out my playlist. I explain a lot more there. I go into depth. And you're back, Jordan. Look at you. Nothing to do with your life. Terribly sad, my friend. I'm so sorry for your situation. It's a beautiful day. You can go out and improve your life. I already know how to grapple. That's the thing people don't even understand. I already know what it's like to grapple. And I can tell you that if you don't know no-gi jiu-jitsu, you're in for a big adventure. There are much more advanced levels than jiu-jitsu, my friend. Jiu-jitsu is not the only end-all be-all for grappling. I know that that's a Western retarded mentality, but you can never forget there was such a person called the Gracie Hunter, and he didn't do jiu-jitsu. How can we study work after this type of tired training? Because you need to know Qigong. So people don't even know they think you're just smashing stones, but they don't know about Qigong meditations and breathings. Are you doing side palm? Yes, I'm doing the side of the hand, the palm, the back fist, and the wrist. The knuckles are already good because the knuckles are the first thing you start using when you do martial arts. Sakurabo, exactly. Well, you see, the jiu-jitsu thing faded away. Now it's Dagestan time, right? So every decade or so, there's a new wave. That's what people don't understand. That's martial arts, MMA. If you would just learn from these different things, you would be an amazing martial artist. Instead of just trying to compare, saying, hey, this is better than that. No, of course I didn't start with the stone. You can't start with this. I started with rice in a bag, my friend. And then there are levels you progress from there. Yes, that is the bucket of sand or rice, really rice or corn or beans. That's the beginning levels of any kind of conditioning or Shaolin iron palm training. Those are things you do, before. If you have proper medicine and you know about acupressure and qigong, arthritis won't touch you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. My Sifu has been doing this since his 30s. He's already in his 50s now. And he still hits iron, never mind stone. No, my wrist hasn't swollen. The bump that you think it is just the wrist thickening. But if it's swollen, this would hurt. Right? That would hurt, my friend, right? So this is just becoming bigger, as well as the backhand, the side of the hand when you press it, everything becomes bigger. The palm becomes bigger. So people think that's swollen, but they don't even know what swollen is. Because if it's really swollen within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, your hand will become dysfunctional. It's going to ache and it's going to hurt, and you can't do this. And you can check my channel. I do this every week, to the point where people think it's a pre-recording. If I were to start training for knuckle conditioning, should I also on the sides of the hand? What are the benefits? Check out my video. Go on my playlist, Master Evox, and check out my playlist. If whatever you want to do, it's there. If you just want to do the knuckles, the video is there. If you want to do the hand, the side of the hand, the back fist, okay, even the wrist. Why boxers or fighters have trembling hands after they retire? Their hand becomes very weak because a lot of fighters do too much damage to their hands. A lot of fighters, for example, the Soviets adopted a very good practice. When you see people say, "Oh, do you do the better beef exercise?" Right, where they do the fingertip, knuckles, wrist, and hand, and they alternate. Okay, that's a good preventative for injuries. That keeps your hands fresh. It keeps your hands strong. Okay, you have many fine things in your hand. You have cartilage, ligaments, tendons, okay, nerves. You have to really take care of these hands. My hands have not lost sensation. If you're killing your nerves, you're doing something wrong. Again, if you want to know more about iron palm, the science of what's happening, check out my playlist. I explain everything. Doing this, no, you need more than this, my friend. If you're just doing this and you have no medicine, you have no exercises, acupressure, massages, qigong meditations, you're just using brute force and expecting your body to heal. The body needs a little extra something for this kind of exercise. If you want to just do the basic iron palm in my video, then you don't need any of that, and your hand will get a little bit stronger by itself. Yes, he has some serious wrist issues because whenever you're punching something, okay, if you're not torquing, right, that's why in for example, Shiniba, Shaolin Shiniba, the first strike or the first technique is 1, 2, 3, but you turn them all. Why? Because the force ricochets. Boxing, you stay here, you're doing all this, all these shots. When this hits the heavy bag or pad, it travels all the way here to your spine. Okay, so that's why you have these different joint issues in your wrist, in your elbow, in your shoulder especially. So many boxers have shoulder injuries and shoulder surgery. So you need to take care of those things. Thank you, appreciate that, Crazy. What is this? We used to do it on wood in karate, not on a damn rock. LOL. Maybe open your mind, open your horizons, and don't be so close-minded, my friend. And karate has some of the worst conditioning in life. Those guys need water, warm water in the morning. They need to put their hands in warm water just to open their hand, because their hands are crumpled up. Okay, their fingers aren't even straight. Their fingers are like this, crumpled up. Okay, they can't even make a straight hand like that. So karate is a fast benefits, but longer injuries in the long run. Okay, because they don't even have the rub, the liniment. Your knuckles are good, but they have calluses. And then when you press them inside very hard, there's pain. That means there's internal injuries you have not rectified yet. I respect the Goju Ryo, but they have a very brutal method that gets them injuries in later in life. And the Makiwara is not as strong as the wooden dummy. Never forget that. Yes, I have a tutorial. Check out my playlist. It's on my playlist. I already set it up on my channel. Just go on there, like the video. Any kind of comments or questions, I always answer that. How's it going, bro? I'm good. How are you? And actually, who said that in karate you guys don't use a stone? Check out the Goju Ryo. There's a video of them smashing the stone like this, doing all this and smashing it, and there's videos like that. But again, that depends on your lineage as well. Bricks is what? Sand, clay. Bricks are not suitable for that. The only thing for bricks is when you start doing knuckle push-ups on bricks to prepare you for sand training. But bricks aren't going to get you anywhere, my friend. That's not even the earth element. Is this Iron Fist training? Yes, sir. Or is that a woman? Stefan, I don't know. What is the point of this BS drill? Well, you're not going to know, are you? With an attitude like that, my friend, please seek therapy. Seek some therapy. How bro didn't get his hand break? Yeah, because if again, this is not just about brute force. Please don't start on the rock. I repeat, do not use the stone. This is a granite stone. How you don't feel pain when you punch the rock? If you want to know how I don't feel pain, check out my videos, please. Show some support. I'm not going to keep saying the same thing here. I have a video explaining exactly what is it that you're doing. What is it that protects your nerves? Because the bones getting denser and bigger is just one part of the equation. You have to have things that protect your nerves, your ligaments, your capillaries, you know, your blood vessels. How long have you been training? Martial arts, about 13 years. What do you do to what do you condition your shins on? I use bamboo. If you're going too fast and there's no medicine and recuperation reckless, which that is being reckless, then you kill your nerves. But if you have the proper medicine and you're doing it at a proper level, all my feeling in my hand is here, okay? But it's not like a sharp pain. There's no pain here, but I can feel the sensation. It's like, the best way I can put it is like if you have a sound room, you know, and you're playing very loud music, and somebody in the next room is listening, and it's not the full effect, but you can hear the bass. It's like that. There's like a cushion of protection. Because again, I'm not faking. The back fist, people don't realize how sensitive the back fist is. If I was really hurting, do you think I could keep doing this for 1 hour? Can you hear that? This would kill you. After 10 repetitions, this would destroy you. So there's something else that we're building. Conditioned my knuckles for years, but still when I try to punch or just a small wall punch, my knuckles feel severe pain. Thank you very much for that testimony. That's what I mean. That means that you were either going too fast, too hard. You didn't have any kind of liniment or rub. Okay? You don't know about hand massage, acupressure massage, qigong, meditation, breathings, recuperation. So that's the thing. You can just smash very hard. See? My knuckles are hard. And this feels good. But after a while, what will happen? Your body won't heal on itself. You need other things for that. Can you show us your bets? I don't know what you mean by that. That's why I say be careful with this guesstimation game when you're doing conditioning. Practice from somebody who's been doing it for years. The only reason I learned it is because the person I learned it from has been doing it for decades, and I've seen their hands, how big they are, okay, and how functional they can move their hand and do different things, and there's no pain, and they're still practicing iron palm. That's who I want to learn from. I don't want to learn from somebody that just says something, you know, I did it for 2 years and my hands got hard. My friend, this takes up to 5 to 7 years, the full iron palm training. It is a real dedication. No, I don't have any therapy like that, because that therapy comes for higher levels. I can't just give away these things. If you want to train with me, that's a different thing. But if you want to just start iron palm from the beginning, don't hit walls, I have a video for that. Okay? Check out that video. Get a cotton bag, get some rice or beans, and follow the principles in that video. Too much talking because people are asking questions. I'm sorry that you have the attention span of a dead cow, my friend. But people want to know certain things, and I explain them. What if your hands break while doing this? That means you're not doing it right. You're doing it too hard. Again, this takes proper instruction, guys. This is not just some stuff you see. Yes, all I can say, Mr. Clash, is start with the basic level and see how your hands feel, because even at that level, that is also therapy for your hands, okay? Because you're decompressing, okay? Any kind of clumps, any kind of stagnation, also you're hitting that out of your hands. Does something like this also work for, because I'm trying to get better kicks? No, this is mainly for hands and for forearms. I do it for about 4 to 5 days out of the week. So I don't exactly have the same days I do them. So it's not like I just have Monday, Tuesday. It's when I have my free time and I do that. But I don't have a set day. As long as I'm doing it consistently, right? I'm not taking a month off, 2 months off. Yeah, I know you had to retract that comment, my friend. Some people ask the most darnest questions. No, you can't break a granite stone. Do you see how thick this is? Look at this. Yeah. Because you're hitting something that is monumentally much harder than you. So if you're hitting something, you're absorbing that energy, you're creating a case of microfracture, Wolff's Law, Davis's Law, your hand will become stronger just because you don't hit it hard. Because you can slip to the left or to the right. It doesn't matter. You can slip on the inside. You just have to roll out. Don't stay there. Yes, I never say first of all, I never tell anybody under 18 to do this, really under 20. You should be at least 20 if you want to do iron palm at a high level. Hit it hard though. My friend, you have never even hit a wooden dummy and you're telling me to hit a granite stone hard. They don't even know what this feels like. Yes, you have. You know where? In your fantasies, my friend. Are you a BJJ man? No, I'm not. I'm not a BJJ man. Yeah, but isn't proper to slip left after a strike with your left hand? Yes, it is normally, but as I said, you can slip on the inside. Okay, you just have to get out of there. So again, you can do many different things in boxing. That's the beauty of it. This is iron palm training, conditioning. I already told you what I do. I do boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing, Kung Fu, Jeet Kune Do, Sambo. I have a little Jiu-Jitsu experience. And no, I'm not a boxer because to be just a boxer is very limited. Okay? You're going to get a flying knee in your face when you duck down. Both hammer fist and palm strikes. Back fists. Even wrist. Of course, it's my friend, it's possible to get beat up by just a savage person. Never mind a boxer. People don't understand. People think just because you train boxing or Muay Thai, you're gonna beat up the average Joe. It takes mentality. If somebody has a crazy mentality and they're very aggressive and all you do is just train pads and you kind of spar and yeah, you know how to hurt people, but if you've never experienced some rage, people don't even understand that. There's a big talk on discussion on TikTok about that. People saying that, oh, I'll wash up any average person. My friend, one good headbutt that they didn't teach you in boxing class will have you rethinking that. Okay? I don't know if you've ever seen somebody get knocked out by a headbutt. It doesn't sound good and it doesn't look good. I would tell you to do both, hammer fist and palm strike. Practice both of those. I never tried martial art before. What would you recommend? I don't know. It depends on your personality, your style. Of course, anything's possible. A good right hand is possible. That can end the night as well. But I'm just saying the mentality. I'm saying people that are just aggressive. Normal punches extremely painful. That's interesting. That means you need to really do your wrist and your knuckle push-ups. Even your finger push-ups, fingertip push-ups. No one's going to Afghanistan. Please stop that. Nobody's going there. Mr. Unknown, please. I don't understand GMO talk. You have to use your, proper grammar, express yourself properly. No one understands what you're talking about. I like boxing, wrestling. I would do Sambo. I would just do Sambo because the first two things you mentioned are already in Sambo. Okay, you have your wrestling, grappling, submissions, and your striking. Okay, along with not just punches, but you have kicks as well. Mr. Fazil, please, you go on a detox. Corn is not the only way of life, my friend. Okay, you need to detox your mind. Yes, I have dumbbells, kettlebells, but my favorite are mace bells. For cardio, I do jump rope. I'm not in fight camp, so I don't need to do any kind of sprinting or anything like that. Thank you, Mr. George. I appreciate that. Check out my playlist. Show some support. Oh my goodness, these people annoy me sometimes. Please don't spam. I'm not a monkey. I'm not just doing circus tricks. How much does running help in a fighter training? Please explain. Running, I get it. I get that the TIE fighters, they run before they even start training, but from a scientific point of view, you shouldn't do long distance running more than once or twice a week. You can do sprinting 2 to 3 times a week along with your jump rope, and that'll be more than enough. Okay, then you do your heavy bag and your sparring training. But people that just run, they enter a catabolic state. Okay, they enter a catabolic state and they wait. To be honest, they just waste a lot of energy. So you can run your 10K even just once a week, 1 to 2 times a week. I never said you get amazing boxing in Sambo. I said that it is a complete system because it has punches, kicks, knees, throws, grappling, takedowns, and submissions. So as a complete system, if you want something all all around, and then you want to get into boxing, which is a specialized technicianist form of fighting, okay, of striking. But then again, you need to learn your elbows as well. Okay, but Muay Thai won't give you the boxing level of a boxing coach, a boxing gym. Yeah, I think that's good for today. Yeah. How is Sambo not a martial art? I'm just saying, even in a lot of BJJ schools, they don't teach you how to heel hook. Sambo, you can learn that in your first class. You just said it's a mix of judo, kickboxing, and wrestling, and then you said it's not a martial art. For real, how many? How many what? MMA is a martial art as well, my friend. MMA literally means mixed martial arts. I have no idea what people are arguing about. I don't get into street fights. I don't know what kind of person does. I've had street altercations, but I've never had a fight where, people say, hey, okay, let's go. You ready? That's the most stupidest thing ever. If you have to defend yourself, defend yourself. Okay? It is not worth it. Of course it's not worth it. Yeah, 100%. You can be in a fight, defending yourself, hit the person, they fall on the concrete, hit their head, and now you have a manslaughter charge. And now you have to really fight in prison. I quit running long distance. Very skinny. Do you recommend start in fire training? I go to gym, muscle training. I go to gym, build muscle. It's up to you, man. Honestly, building big muscles won't do anything in fighting. Mostly, focus on. I would say don't focus on hypertrophy. Focus on strength training, endurance, things like grip strength and grip endurance as well. And then worry about your conditioning, okay? Just because you know how to fight, but you can't hold it for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, then what good are your techniques? I don't live anywhere near a gym. That's the problem. I moved out from the big city a few years ago, so that's why I set up my own gym. If they hit first, it's bad for you. If you hit first, it's bad for you. But the first rule of street fighting is you hit first. Hit first and hit hard. I don't spar anymore. Before, when I used to go to gyms, I sparred, but now I'm by myself. So I have these skills that I keep training. Actually, let's do some of the double in. Warm up, get the joints open. Use rice first. Use rice. Follow the video. Follow the principles in the video. Broken pinky knuckle is 9 weeks healed, cleared. No heavy impact. Please be careful with the rice even. If there's no heavy impact, be careful. Start very slow. Okay? That bag is called a double end bag. Well, they say that because if you're just keeping your breath in and not breathing out, or sorry, if you keep your breath in when you're punching and not exhaling, you might build up too much pressure and then you get tired. So that's why they say to make some noise like when you're striking. I would recommend using it, yeah, but just be careful. This is not a softball. This is a baseball. Okay. So be careful with your knuckles, of course. But you can use a tennis ball. Just make sure you wrap it in duct tape, because when you're punching it and elbowing it, it will crack. So wrap it in some duct tape. The main thing is you want a bungee cord. You don't want just a rope, because this gives you the spring, the boing. Okay, for it to go everywhere, your eyes have to keep focused on something moving very fast in all kinds of different ways. So you can use your elbows, your knees, your kicks, your punches, use your slips, your weaves, your ducks. Quite useful. Quite useful is all I can say. Within a week, your peripheral vision, your reflexes will already improve. Hey, good morning, Anthony. Good to see you, brother. Can I see you hit the ball with a horizontal palm strike? It's no different. For example, if I'm here, I'm doing my punching. Right there. This is the strike. So as I'm punching, here, you can do vertical as well, but to the side, it works good. To the side, it works good because, as you see here, you have your jaw just in that perfect place. Okay, this person is already cracked. But you can strike this way. Sorry, hold on. Very effective, especially if you already have some conditioning. I keep seeing on the internet that people... yeah, people do their cold waters. For me, it's not allowed, because when you're practicing Qigong, energy cultivation, you're building a fire. So even eating ice cold foods is not recommended. So never mind the ice bath. I'm in Canada, yeah. How did I get started in fighter training? I just wanted to. I started with Wing Chun. Actually, this was my first shirt. This is where I used to train. Black Dragon Self-Defense. I don't know if it's inverted, but Black Dragon at the bottom, Wing Chun. So this is where actually I started Jiu-Jitsu as well, because you had a brown belt training downstairs. And if you want to really improve your grip strength and endurance, investigate the mace ball. That's all I can say. Did I start in teenage? No, I actually started late, in my opinion. I started when I was 20 years old. And why I say late, because when you're already 20, your mind is not as it was when it was 10, 15, like a sponge. So you need to practice more. Good thing that I was obsessed with it and I trained like a crazy person. Yes, that is called the mace bell. In India, they call it the Gada, Gada. So, if you want gorilla-like grip, and more importantly, it's full body conditioning, especially once you get to the heavier one. The one I just did right there was a 15 pound. The one next to it is 25 pounds. So that's more for strength and power. My friend, you need to have your conditioning up if you want to spar. I don't know how your shins are, but if you want grip endurance, grip strength, okay, you want to bulletproof your shoulders, okay, when you're rotating, all you're doing is building thicker ligament, increasing your tendons as well. And then of course with the heavier weights, you're practicing not only strength now, you're also doing power training because of the amount of force that it takes. I don't mean your cardio conditioning. For example, this is bamboo. Can you take hits to the shin? Have you conditioned your elbows? Are your forearms conditioned? Investigate this first, please. My friend, if you can't take a strike from bamboo, don't even talk to me, please. For your own safety. Complete stupidity. All I'm showing is higher levels of conditioning. If you want to believe that rolling a stick on your shin is conditioning, go right ahead. But that won't get you anywhere. Yeah, but the funny thing is, I don't know why people have to come here and tell me, hey, I have 13 years, I want to fight you, I want to do this. Prove yourself. Go fight somewhere. We're on different sides of the world, my friend. What are you trying to prove to me? I'll meet you, yeah, I'll meet you in Slovenia after my trip to Cuba. That's where I want to go, Slovenia. That's the tourist destination. What's going on? Take care, brother. Thank you for today. Have a great day. I've never tried that. That's a cool combo though. How fit am I? Well, I'm not in fight camp, so I'd give myself right now a 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Try what? Oh, try this. Okay, yeah. I'll actually think of that. Spinning question mark kick into a spinning back kick. I like to do, I've seen this one before. Where did it go? I think it was a switch kick. I think the guy did a switch kick into a spinning hook kick. That's pretty cool too. Thank you, Gourmet. Appreciate it. What does fight camp change? If you're in fight camp, all you're doing is training. You're training 2 to 3 times in the day. Okay, you're doing your strength training, your conditioning, your fight training. You're doing your sprints, your runs. You know, I only do this to maintain my own body, to maintain my mind, most importantly. What kicks will I use in the street? I like the oblique kick. The oblique kick to the top of the knee. Or even you can use your heel to stomp somewhere not nice. Or you can hit the sternum as well. I like the oblique kick and I like the low side kick. So here. Okay, so the person's here. See? Especially if the person's just about to step, you can actually hyperextend their knee. Yeah, you can actually really mess up their knee. So I won't really use any high kicks in a street altercation. I would never use a high kick. Sidekick can work as well, especially the Wing Chun sidekick. The Wing Chun sidekick is actually vertical. It's like this, right? So it's kind of hard to pick it up, especially like I said, if it's the oblique kick. So if the person's here, you stomp your heel into the sternum, or you can just do it this way. You can do it this way or this way. Right? So from here, they're just very quick and unpredictable. How do you condition your legs? Do you mean your shins or your legs? Or your feet? Okay guys, thank you so much for today. That was it. Check out my playlist. Show some support. What do I do for leg flexibility? Dynamic stretching. You need to know dynamic stretching, and I would use isometric tension stretching. Okay, so for example, when in the beginning of my live stream, if you rewind, you can see me doing certain movements from here, especially if you do these kinds of stretches here with the breathing. Okay, you use your hand here. Keep your foot. This really opens up. Okay, obviously you do these stretches. You sit in these poses. You do your butterfly. Take care, guys. Thank you.